There used to be a giant chair right here, but it is gone. Okay, to make way for development, I do hope they replace it with a giant table. That would work. Or even a giant sofa. No, that wouldn't work. Alright, where will we stand? So guys, here we are at Entei's first day in the Asia Pacific region. And here we have 17 players. Bummer! We are gonna have very few premier balls, guys. Very few. Quickly, there's no difference what I get because I'm going to see the result later anyway. And 2, 3, perfect timing. $1,866 it is. Alright, Entei, first one caught right where I caught a perfect Tyra, and here comes the Pokédex. Alright, 6 candies, Fire Fang and Fire Blast right here in the heart of Kuala Lumpur, and just to get the double candy. Alright, I hope I didn't jinx myself. On to the next guy.
Wow, this is great, right?
Okay guys, we are going into a tunnel to catch a legendary. So, well, welcome back to another episode of Time Saving Tips, guys. Well, just ignore the graffiti on the walls. I do hope that you manage to transfer all your Pokemons that you think will be better off with the Professor in time before the Halloween event ended. Now, I managed to transfer some Snorlaxes, even Laprases that were better than ideal, but more importantly, I also transferred some legendaries as well. That's right, I actually transferred some legendaries because I thought that maybe I would need space. Well, one thing I did was I kept the best 10 Raikus and transfer out the rest to the Professor, and then I used the TMs. Actually, using the TMs makes more space in your items bag and also getting you the ideal movesets. Wow, we are actually underneath railway tracks. That's many years old. With the remaining Raikus that you have, you might want to use your TMs to change the movesets to Thunder Shock and Wild Charge. They're the most ideal ones for your Raikou. Last ball, come on. You must be tired after all the jumping. Oh boy! Oh gosh. Well, that didn't work out well. I think that was the highest CP one I got so far I came across. Well, if you haven't got your shinies from the Halloween weekend, don't worry, because the odds of you coming across a shiny is actually 1 out of 4,000. Yes, that's right, 1 out of 4,000 for a chance to get a shiny. I don't really have a problem not getting a shiny for Halloween, because eventually you will get one. It's just a matter of odds and probability. If there are 40 trainers, each of them catching 100 Sharpets, one of them is going to come across a shiny Sharpet. Now, my problem is with the colors of Sharpet. If you were to take a look at Sableye and also Duscals, you can tell that they are shinies, but with the Sharpets, there is definitely no way to tell them apart if you are color blind. So one of them is bluish green and the other one being greenish blue or something like that, well, it's gonna be hard for you to transfer without them notifying you, but man, it is just hard. Well, on to the next guy. Raiku, what's the highest for CP?
Wow, you got 100%, so many.
Yeah.
You got 100%.
Actually, no, they're all fake.
Huh?
They're all fake. All 4 of them are fake.
Wow.
Yes, power up. Alright, you find 1866.
Yeah.
1866, you just need to power it up once.
Really?
Then you get 1913. So all 4 also fake. I
Can't
couldn't get anything
catch.
above 1900.
Okay? He can't catch.
I still got it here. Alright guys, before the next raid starts, in under 5 minutes, I'd like to take some time to show you a little bit about my cash rates on Entei. Alright, should be... yes, perfect. Pokédex number 244. So, Entei being a fire type Pokemon, you just need to throw a lot of water on it. You'll be fine. Even Vaporeons will do. Homo Stars will be fine as well. Now, here's the thing. My cash rates has been quite bad. Only 4 out of 8 so far is 50%, and hopefully before the month is over, I would manage to figure out a better way to catch Entei, because if you've seen my other videos, some of the catch rates were more than 2/3. I'll figure it out. Now, the worst possible CP they can catch from a normal Entei rate will be 1845 up to a max of CP 1930. That will indicate that you have a 100% IV perfect Entei on your hands. The best movesets would be Fire Spin and Overheat, if I'm not mistaken, guys. So keep an eye out for Enteis like that. If it's pretty high, above 1900s, then by all means do your best to catch it. Anything below that, you can use a mix of normal res to save on your res, golden reses, and anything below 1850 or 1860, you can try to pin up it. Last ball. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be the first time I actually drop below 50% catch rate. Spin more than once, spin more than once. No! No, not yet, not yet. I got kicked out.
Got kicked out?
Yeah. Guys, with a minute more to go, something incredible happened. I can't wait to show you this. My catch rates for Entei is pretty bad. It's 50% right now, but here's what I got. A Mewtwo pass, guys. A Mewtwo pass. So, what I've mentioned in my previous videos about how to narrow down the chances for place to get Mewtwo will be naturally public areas, especially if your town or your country doesn't have paid sponsored Pokestops. Then by all means try to narrow it down to parks, public parks, with easy access. It won't be a gym. So far I haven't seen a gym that's way into a park. Maybe in consideration by Niantic for people who are wheelchair bound, who still wants to get out and play. So this is pretty good thinking of them. I narrowed it down to those places and I rated the place for Tyranitar. It was after work 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago before I got this this morning, and the Tyra actually ran away. There were 3 batches. Here's a surprising thing, guys. Listen up. 3 batches full of Mystic, and Valor and Instinct. My team were in the last group of 10 trainers only. The first 2 groups of Mystics, or those who joined those first 2 batches, didn't get a red pass. So I'm so sorry, guys. I hope you're still friends. But here it is, guys. I've been saving so much rare candies in the hope that I will get a Mewtwo, and Mewtwo is still not in my hand yet, so I can't celebrate too early. But I'm just so happy that what I mentioned in my earlier video came true. So guys, narrow down the odds of you finding or getting a Mewtwo invite. Aim for public parks. If not, if you have sponsored Pokestops, go for that. 3. Ooh, 1906. This is by far the highest I've seen so far of my 10 Entei rates. Great throw. Another great. Boy, I'm really doing badly with Entei, but I believe it's the stomp, throw, catch, perfect. So my catch rate is pretty bad right now, but I think it's fair to say that stomp, throw will be the best option because I caught for quite a lot of other people as well. But for my personal experience is unfortunately pretty sour. I'm gonna end this episode, guys, with 10 seen and 5 caught. Bummer, really bummer. Maybe it's fair since I got the Mewtwo raid pass. And guys, that's it for this week. I do hope you enjoy this channel and also the time-saving tips. Do sign up and put the alarm bell to know when the next episode drops. I'll see you next week. Oh, for Mewtwo.